Okay, so let us start next problem. So find the number of roots. Look at this problem. Find the number of roots of 8 secant square theta minus 6 secant theta plus 1 equal 0. So this is the problem. Is it clear? So how we will proceed? Actually, this is a trigonometric equation problem in first year. Okay, na? So now how we will solve this problem? Find the number of roots of this equation in R real number system. Okay. So how we will proceed? That is the first thing I want. I want approaching how we will approach this problem. Give response. I want response from anybody. Yeah, quadratic method. Okay. Yeah, quadratic method. It is the quadratic equation in. It is a quadratic equation in secant theta. It is the quadratic equation in secant theta. So you have to consider secant theta equal to t. Good samta. Okay na? Secant theta equal to t. So let secant theta equal to t. Okay na? Then this equation becomes 8t square minus 60 plus 1 equal to 0. Yeah? And now solve this one. So t equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Is it clear? Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So which is equal to 6 plus or minus. So this is 36 minus 34 root 4, that is 2 by 16. If you take plus case, 6 plus 2 8. Yeah, Uday Kiran said no roots. Why? Why there are no roots, Uday Kiran? Yeah, so this plus case 8 by 16 means 1 by 2 and 4 by 16 means 1 by 4. Yeah, that means secant theta equal to 1 by 2. Yeah, another case is secant theta equal to 1 by 4. Not in domain of secant x. Yeah, not in. So Samata said 2 roots. So Samata, I think since it is a quadratic equation, so it has 2 roots. Yeah, even if it is a quadratic equation, but is quadratic in trigonometry. Okay na? So you know that most of the times trigonometric equations have infinite number of roots over R, not infinite interval, over R in general. Okay na? Otherwise there are no roots. Okay na? Because trigonometric functions are periodic functions. All trigonometric functions are periodic functions. So if you consider domain as R, then the roots will be repeated. Okay na? So they are periodic. So obviously they have infinite number of roots. Otherwise no roots. Is it clear what I am saying? In first year we discussed all the trigonometric functions are periodic function. So if you consider domain as R, so that will be repeated. The roots will be repeated. For example, sin theta 0. Sin theta 0 means theta 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, over R. There are infinite number of roots. Yeah? Okay? Fine. So don't think this is only quadratic equation. Yeah, good Samata. Yeah, Uday Kiran told that not in the domain of secant x, not in the domain of secant x. Yeah. So secant theta is 1 by 2, na? Secant theta is 1 by 2. So Uday Kiran, you told not in the domain of secant x or not in the range of secant x. Which one? Uday Kiran, not in the domain of secant x or not in the range of secant x? Yeah, range. Okay, na? Fine. Secant theta range. What is the secant theta range? Anybody have idea? The range of secant theta minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. Yeah. Is it clear? Okay. So what is the graph? Take a graph. Okay. So if you take let cos x graph, cos 0 1 na? So this is the cos x. Yeah. But what is secant theta? Secant theta equal to 1 by cos theta na? Reciprocal. Okay. So outside, and that means, so here 0, here 0, here 0. Okay na? So if cos x 0 means the secant theta is cos theta 0 means the secant theta is infinity. Yeah. And this is the range of cos x. So the secant x becomes like this. Like this. Okay na? Yeah. This is 1. This is minus 1. So it is the range of, yeah, the range of secant x is r minus open interval minus 1 comma 1 or this one. So 1 by 2 and 1 by 4 not in this range. So that means these are not possible. So no roots. Is it okay to everybody? Understood? All of you understood? Yeah. So see, think about the see. It is somewhat confusing but easy. So generally what are thinking? So secant theta 1 by 2, secant theta 1 by 4. So we will get two roots like that. But not like this. See whether it is true or not. Secant theta 1 by 2 is possible or not. That's what you have to think. Okay? Na? Fine. So that's why we have to concentrate on fundamentals. We have to concentrate on fundamentals. That is the most important. Okay? Na? If you know fundamentals very well, then it is easy to solve the problems in IIT mains. Okay? Na? Without ABC, you can't write essays na? Like that. So without fundamentals, we can't solve the problems in mathematics. Agree? Are you agree with me? Okay. So now, so we move to next concept, which is nature of roots. Okay. So nature of roots. So nature of roots of a quadratic, nature of roots of a quadratic equation. So this is important. It's very important for competitive exam. Okay. So what is the quadratic equation? So the quadratic equation is in general ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. Okay. The condition is where a should not be 0. Okay. Now here we know that the discriminant of this one d equal to minus b plus or minus square root of, sorry, roots are the roots alpha equal to or x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now this part is called discriminant, that is delta or d, whatever it may be. Okay. So d equal to b square minus 4ac. Yeah, fine. Now, if ABC are real, ABC are real, ABC belongs to R, real numbers, then what about discriminant? If ABs are real, what about discriminant? So the discriminant is D equal to 0. Okay? Because say in this quantity, since ABC belongs to R, real numbers. So the value of this one, if you take some number, if you take any number in real number system, whether the number is 0 or greater than 0 or less than 0, that's all. Only three possibilities. Now if you take A belongs to R, A is a real number, that means either A is 0 or A less than 0 or A greater than 0. Only three cases. Is there anything else? No. Okay. So here this is some quantity. Okay, ABs are real numbers. So b square minus 4ac, that is discriminant, either 0 or d greater than 0 or d less than 0. Only three cases. Yeah. If d equal to 0, that means this value becomes 0. Then x equal to minus b by 2a. X equal to minus b by 2a. Since it is a quadratic polynomial, we must have two roots. Okay, na? So that's why here roots are equal and real and equal. Okay, na? Roots are real and equal. Yeah, and this is the perfect square. Quadratic equation equal to x plus b by 2a whole square. It must be a perfect square because the both roots are minus b by 2a. X equal to minus b by 2a. That means x plus b by 2a is 0. Another one is x equal to minus b by 2a. So x plus b by 2a whole square. Okay. The quadratic equation can be written as x plus b by 2a whole square. Okay. Now coming to here, d greater than 0 means roots are real and distant. Roots are real and distant. Yeah, because we are getting the different real. This is the real part. This is the real part. This is the real part. So we are getting real roots and they are distant, plus case and minus case. Now coming to here, d less than 0. So d less than 0 means this is the negative number. Under root negative means which are imaginary. So which are imaginary roots. Imaginary roots. And one more thing is they are conjugate pairs, conjugate to each other, imaginary, and they are conjugate to each other, conjugate to each other. What is the meaning of conjugate? If one root is p plus iq, then another root is p minus iq, So these are the roots. Imaginary roots. When imaginary roots are formed, they always formed with pairs. That means imaginary roots always occur in even times. Imaginary roots. So all these things you will learn in complex numbers. We have one separate topic which is complex numbers in 2a. Okay. So imaginary roots always occurs conjugate pairs. Okay. So whenever complex roots are there, they are always even times. Okay, na? Clear? So either they occur like 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. If you take cubic equation, actually how many cubic roots are there? In cubic equation, 3 roots are there. So in that 3 roots, 1 complex, 2 real. It's not possible. Okay? In 3 roots, 1 complex root, 2 real roots. It is not possible at all because complex roots exist always pairs. That means even times. So either 3 are real are two complex, one real. Understood or not? What I am saying? Complex roots exist always pairs, conjugate pairs. So one root is p plus iq, another root is p minus iq, obviously there. Yeah, if p plus iq is right, is one of the root, then another one is p minus iq. Is it clear what I am saying? Complex roots exist. Okay. So complex roots always exist in pairs. Okay. Yeah. Now, so another case. If ABC belongs to Q, ABC belongs to Q. Okay. So rational numbers. ABC belongs to Q, rational numbers. Then what can you say? If ABC belongs to Q means, okay, one discriminant is 0 or okay, discriminant not equal 0 and discriminant equal to 0. Two cases. Okay, discriminant not equal 0 and discriminant equal to 0. Okay, so if discriminant 0 means there are two rational roots. This 0 means minus b by 2a. Two rational roots. Okay, in this case, two rational roots. Rational roots and q equal to perfect square. Perfect square. Quadratic equation can be written as perfect square. Okay, na? Like this, x minus of minus b by 2a whole square. That is x plus b by 2a whole square. Okay, leave it. Now coming to here, d not equal 0. D not equal 0 means again two cases, which is d greater than 0 and d less than 0. So yeah, if d greater than 0, so d greater than 0, so this is a rational number, irrational number, because it is under root na, it is d greater than 0 and d less, so d less than 0 means which is complex roots, leave it. Okay, this is imaginary roots. Imaginary roots, they are conjugate pairs, p plus iq and p minus iq. Now d greater than 0, in d greater than 0 again two cases. One is perfect square or not perfect square. Okay na? So d equal to perfect square. So d is not perfect square. D not equal to perfect square. Listen carefully here. D greater than 0. Okay na? If it is a positive, it may be perfect square or not perfect square. Okay na? Fine. If it is a perfect square, then what about the roots? If it is a perfect square, and for example, this value is 4, root 4 is 2. So 2 is rational number, this is rational number, this is rational number, because ABC belongs to Q na? So that means perfect square means roots are real. Sorry, roots are rational. Roots are rational. Roots are rational and distant. Roots are rational and distant. Is it clear? If D is perfect square, the roots are rational and distant. If D not a perfect square, what about the roots? Okay, na? So the roots like this: 2 plus or minus root 3 by 4. 4 or 3, what are made? Like this. 2 plus or minus root 3 by 4. 3 is not a perfect square, or 1 plus or minus root 5 by 2. So the roots are which type of roots? 2 plus root 3. Root 3 is a irrational number. Okay, na? So that means the roots are irrational roots. Irrational roots. And they are conjugate. Irrational roots and they are conjugate. Okay, na? So what is the meaning of conjugate here? The roots must be a plus root b, then another root a minus root b. This is the conjugate pairs. In irrational roots, a plus root b is one root, the another root is a minus root b. Okay, na? The minus should be for irrational number. Is it clear to everybody? See, if a, b, c are rational numbers, then two cases, whether discriminant not equal 0, either discriminant 0. If discriminant 0, there is no problem. The roots are rational roots and equal. Okay, two rational roots and equal. And if d not equal 0, then either d greater than 0 or d less than 0. D less than 0 means obviously they are imaginary roots. They occur in conjugate pairs. Okay, na? Now, if d is positive, again two cases. So, whether d, that is discriminant, is perfect square, not a perfect square. If it is perfect square, then the root will be eliminated. We are getting the two rational numbers. So, two rational roots. And they are distinct, plus case and minus case. If it is not a perfect square, then it is a irrational number because it is under root. So it is a irrational number. So we are getting two irrational roots. For example, a plus root b, another one is a minus root b, plus case and minus case. Okay, na? So these two are conjugate pairs. Yeah. So irrational roots and imaginary roots always occur in conjugate pairs. Remember, this is the most important point. Okay, imaginary roots and irrational roots always exist in conjugate pairs. Is it clear to everybody? Okay, so you have to remember this flow chart. Okay, now you have to remember these conditions. This is the most important. Okay, so it is very useful while solving the problems. Okay, so now we will discuss one important point. Okay, suppose the given quadratic equation is like this: axk plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, if in this quadratic equation, if a plus b plus c equals 0, if a plus b plus c equal to 0. That means sum of the coefficient. Then what can you say about the roots? If a plus b plus c equals 0, then what can you say about the roots? Anyone? Are you getting my question? In quadratic equation, if a plus b plus c equals 0, then what can you say about the roots? Infinite. ఏం రా బి ఇన్ఫైనైట్ రూట్స్ ఎప్పుడు ఉంటాయి అభి ఇన్ఫైనైట్ రూట్స్ ఎప్పుడు ఉంటాయి ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఐడెంటిటీ మీన్స్ the identity is different from some of the coefficients. Identity means each coefficient is 0 and a0 b0 c0. A plus b plus c 0 means a0 b0 c0 no. Suppose I will take a as a 2, b minus 1, c minus 1. Then is it identity? No. No. Abhishek Reddy. See, a plus b plus c 0 means it is not necessary a0 b0 c0. Okay, now I will take a as a 2, b as a minus 1, c as a minus 1. What is sum? 0. A equal to 3, b equal to minus 2, c equal to minus 1. Then also 0. Okay, na? Sum and product of roots is 0. Sum and product. Why, Samata? How it is 0? Is it okay, everybody? Okay, na? X equal to 1 is one root. What about other root? There are two roots now. So one root is 1. Another root is? What about another root? Now it's very easy. One root is 1. Another root is, and suppose alpha is 1. What about beta? Two roots alpha beta na? So alpha equal to 1. Then what about beta? Yeah, c by a. Good. Product of the root c by a na? So alpha equal to 1 into beta equal to c by a. Then what about beta? C by a. Okay. So another root is c by a. So this is the important point. Is it clear to everybody? In quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If a plus b plus c equal to 0, that is the sum of the coefficients is 0, then the roots are 1 and c by a. 1 and c by a. Good. Now I will ask similar question. Ready? So same quadratic equation, if the condition is a minus b plus c equal to 0, a minus b plus c equal to 0, then what about roots? A minus b plus c equal to 0, then what about roots? Now quickly you can give answer very quickly. Very good, Samata. Yeah. Okay, minus 1. What about other one? One root is minus 1. What about other root? Tell me second root also. Samata. Minus c by a. Why, Samata, you wrote minus b by a? Okay, na? So the roots are minus 1, because if you substitute x equal to minus 1, this is a minus b plus c. Okay, na? Another root is, if you substitute minus 1 here, beta is minus c by a. Minus c by a. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I understood, Samata. Yes, I understood. Okay, so if a minus b plus c equal 0, then the roots are minus 1 minus c by a. Is it clear? Yeah. Okay, so third point, we will move to third point. So third point, so in the same quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, okay, if coefficients are cyclic, that means a, b, c are in cyclic order, in cyclic order, in cyclic order. What can you say about the, what can you say about the roots? Cyclic order. So what is the meaning of cyclic order? What can you say about the cyclic order? Suppose A, B, C means, suppose how can we write? Suppose A is minus P minus Q, B is Q minus R, C is R minus P. Cyclic. So this is the meaning of cyclic. Yeah, P Q R, P minus Q, Q minus R, R minus P. That is called cyclic. Understood? A, B, C are in cyclic order. And so that means the values of ABC are like this: alpha minus beta, beta minus gamma, gamma minus alpha. That is the cyclic. Okay? So if coefficients are in cyclic order, then what can you say about roots? What can you say about roots of this quadratic equation? Anybody? Are you getting my point? What I'm asking? If the coefficients are, if the coefficients are in cyclic order, then what about the roots of the quadratic equation? Nobody responding?